Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Traps, and today my mouth is not moving and I have no idea why that is. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to fix that on stream. And so for this episode at least, we're going to have to deal with that. I might reboot my computer during my mandatory break because that simply just doesn't take a lot of time. Now, what game are we playing today? I figured it would be a good idea to have a little bit of a relaxing time. And as a result, we're playing Civilization 6. Why am I not playing Civilization 7? Because I cannot afford a game that is €70. Plain and simple. I like playing things a little bit difficultly. So instead of just configuring this, I should have... Well, that's a shame. These are not the ones that I prepared for this episode. These must have been very old. Let me just go ahead and manually set everything. Emperor difficulty, ancient era, game speed. I tend to do marathon for my personal playthroughs, but let's keep it on standard for the purpose of this let's play. I love shuffled map, because that way you will never know what to expect. Map size huge, because I love exploration. And there's a big world out there. I feel like that matters. As a game audio, should be okay, right? Let's see, leader pools, everything, resources. We keep it on standard. And that way the game at least remains playable. Sparse resources, everything is just much more difficult to maintain. Natural wonders, start position, standard, sure, why not? And then we go down, there's game random seed and map random seed, and I will just clear those fields. We will never know what I was playing on. I usually play with tech and civic shuffle mode because that makes the game less predictable. And monopolies and corporations I sometimes enable, sometimes I don't. For the purposes of this game, I think just leaving the tech and civic shuffle mode on is plenty. And we'll call it shuffle, because everything is set to shuffle. But these other things, they don't really randomize things, as more just add and change things up. Limit turns by game speed, yes of course, and we are ready to play. I am hoping that the game is not going to crash, because somehow, even a base game with, well, generally supported DLC can still find a way of building the world up in such a way that it doesn't like,
the first stirrings of
and then it
life
crashes.
water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars.
Elizabeth Regina, Virgin Queen of England and Monarch of the Seas, you command the wooden wall that defends England from those who would seize it. Guard yourself against intrigues at home and abroad, and let your captains set sail at your command. Bow your head to no one, and Britannia shall rule the waves.
So, I know Potato McWhiskey, any of the other YouTubers who are well known to play games like this. In fact, I'm rather inexperienced. I've got a few, I don't know, like 80 hours into the game. That's nothing. Absolutely nothing. So let's read up before we start. England's trade route capacity is increased by 2 after acquiring your first grade admiral. Trade routes to any city-state provide additional gold for every specialty district in the origin city, and additional yields from plundering trade routes with naval units. so we'll want to focus on the navy mostly. Iron and coal mines accumulate 2 more resources per turn. Okay. Production towards military engineers is doubled. Military engineers receive 2 additional charges. That's great because they normally have just 2 charges. And if you want to build like your own roads, that is definitely not enough. Buildings that provide additional yields when powered receive +4 of that yield. In addition to the additional yields, I'd imagine that is. And 20% additional production towards industrial zone buildings. Harbor buildings increase strategic resources stockpiles by +10 on standard speed, which is what we're playing, so that is absolutely perfect. Okay, so we are starting here right off the bat in the strategic mode. And I will not play the game in strategic mode much, but well, I do want to figure out at least where I am. So taking a look around. We have wheat here, cattle, maize, and fish as resources close nearby. We've got some trees here which we can chop. That's all perfect. And we want to settle next to this river, and it looks like this is part of the ocean. If you played Civ games much, I have tried Civilization 3, which is available on Steam. I did not get to play it that well because the deity mode is outrageously hard. And I like a difficult game, but if you have absolutely no way of catching up whatsoever, that makes things rather difficult. You could train a little army, but you would already be overrun while still training it. Okay, so normally I would go with a couple scouts, but it seems that we are close to the edge here. Nothing will be below us. I think it would be best if we start with Slinger, followed by a monument. Why do I start with Slinger? Because I would like to get the technology boosted. Other than Civilization 3, I would say I have some experience with Civilization 5, which introduced religion, and Civilization 6, which is the game I'm playing right now, of course. How much experience do I have? Well, honestly, still not all that much. So you've met Tamaris. I'm probably botching that name horribly. And we've found their capital. Great. That actually is very helpful. We are, however, not going to cross because I am looking for tribal villages. Which, of course, a scout would have been able to do a lot better, but sunken cost fallacy is would come into play then, and I'd rather avoid that. How much experience do I have in Civilization 6? I have a military victory unlocked like once, and nothing more than that, which is safe to say not that much. Not for a game like this. Not for a game as complicated and complex as Civilization.
No dogs in heaven.
And I hear that Civilization 7 has mixed things up significantly. Oh yeah, we definitely want to focus on the coast, so let's start with that. We have found a barbarian outpost. We're not going to do anything with the barbarian outpost. I see no reason to. You have played Civilization 2. Do you have that on disc? Because it isn't for sale on Steam, as far as I know. Which is unfortunate, because I love playing old games, trying things out, and generally just learning how things have developed over time. Okay, so we've met Asterix of the Ghouls. The Gauls? How do you pronounce that? We live in a wild wood. Let's just say that.
It is not wisdom.
Okay, I'd rather keep my slingers, so let's have them retreat. I think after this I should start with a second warrior, a builder, and then a settler. Which is admittedly quite the order to put in. Gaul. Oh yeah, okay, I see. Thanks, we've met the Gauls. Oh, right, I shouldn't forget to move my units. Are they following me? Yes, they are. That is very unfortunate. I hope they will stop following me now. Our military tradition has been boosted. That is very nice, because that was the other thing that we wanted. Which, unfortunately, is also the thing that is that we would be able to get a lot easier as well. I am, for some reason, just following these scouts. Why am I doing this? I need to get back and explore this side of my beautiful settlement. The capital of London. You shouldn't be able to attack me because the way that movement works. Okay, we are about to get our first monument, which will increase the budget return. Okay, will this be sufficient? No, it will not be sufficient. In that case, we should probably retreat further. Okay, what do I want to aim for next? Probably writing. I don't think I'll be able to put the pyramids anywhere, because we are not at all near a desert. And other than that, I have no purpose for mining or pottery specifically, so let's just aim for something more advanced, right? Give these warriors a little bit of experience. And we'll be writing history before you know it. I'm not too fond of having these slingers walk all the way here, but what choice do we have? What choice do we have? Oh, actually, a good choice. Give them a little bit of experience, make it easier for them to last a bit longer. Yeah, you better run. Okay, so city-states have the option of requesting certain missions. And this is something we love to see. Meteorites falling tend to provide amazing upgrades to units. And so we'll be looking into that as well. Hello. I see you have come to harass me. Unfortunately for you, I have quite the army. An unmatched city-state has already been defeated. That is amazing. The game works fast, alright. Okay. What's the plan? What do we need to do? We have unlocked...
When you find yourself in a hole...
galleys, fishing boats, and the ability for boats to embark. So what am I supposed to do next? I don't actually know. You should probably make your way up there and see what happened.
بفضل منه
Oh.
الواحد الأحد القوي المنتصر الدائم الذي لا ينتهي ملكه. أرسل إليك تحياتي يا صديقي العزيز.
By the grace of the one God, the powerful, the victorious, the everlasting, of whose kingdom there is no end, I greet you, my sincere friend. Let's exchange locations of the capitals. You already are building an encampment, which is absolutely insane.
Nikwani tekioach ketel tenostitlan. Wait latuani. Tlinon tigneki. Te yaoshiwani anoso timawiki.
I have no idea how to even listen to that, so it's really small on your laptop. Yeah, I suppose it would be. Okay, looks like the meteor site has not been touched yet. And the barbarians are actually coming in with an army of their own. Okay, that is unfortunate. Okay, so these guys will need to run back. And so will you, because this is unmanageable otherwise. We will have to try and pick up the meteor site with this warrior instead and come back, take care of the of this corner of the world.
Skill without imagination.
Okay, what do we have? Extra recruitment speed, builder production. No, we're good here. Move into the city and attack. You just go on and patch yourself up. This is unfortunate. The river flooded right as our unit is there. That is genuinely really unfortunate. Okay, our slinger should be able to take care of some of this at least. And given that this corner here doesn't seem to be attacked that often, people should be able to just move in. Build a little farm there. I don't know. We have quite a few Eurekas. Why? Kill a unit with a slinger. I didn't do that. Why would you say I did that? Oh, we can acquire some extra strength. That is pretty good. Do I want to keep this builder? Honestly, probably yeah. But at the same time... Okay, we will prioritize trying to get to the meteor site now. The spearmen should retreat because they have no way of handling my slingers here. Oh, we got diplomatic favor. That's the least useful thing you can get. That's disappointing. Okay, well, at least it doesn't appear to me there are any other units right around here from any of the other players. So that helps. It really does. We can clear this encampment and remove it off the... What does the meteor give you? It unfortunately unleashes the xenomorph, so we have absolutely no way of surviving once that's been taken care of. Unfortunately, we have no choice but to take care of it because it's already on Earth. No, it gives you a free advanced unit. Unfortunately, I can't take this because the city state is on there. So, we'll take care of this one first. Oh, and I can upgrade to an archer. And if I have 2 archers, I believe I'll get another Eureka. I think. Oh wow. You are way too close near me. Yeah, see, here we go. Free military unit. Let's just sent it. You get English longbowmen? I'm afraid not. I don't think the game knows what longbowmen are.
No temini kapa pakisi kamojaujoto. Walte potstoka tlakael.
I have no idea why you would say that, but okay. This game is weird.
I don't underrate the value.
Okay, what do we get? Faster cavalry, that's nice. Or, yeah, I think it is time for us to try and close the borders for one. And recruit another settler. Why not? We need more cities. The question is, where can we settle safely? Down here should be okay. You've got nothing on me. The problem with these heavy chariots is that they are actually not that useful. Oh, and we clear that. I forgot to mention this game has era score, which means if you don't get enough points, which you get for new things especially, like new districts, maxing a district for the first time, getting certain unit types, like a ship. If you don't get enough points, you get into a dark age. Loyalty is much lower than cities, and loyalty is especially useful because, well, without loyalty in your cities will effectively just say like, nah, we are not part of your kingdom, get lost. You don't want that. They will split off, become independent cities. They might even decide to later on join another city instead. I have plenty to at least get into a normal area. And I'll be working towards getting even more points so I can get into a golden age. Having a golden age significantly boosts production and other things. Okay, what is the most convenient thing for us to get? Do I want to focus on wonders? If the answer is yes, then this is absolutely a must get. 15% production towards ancient and classical era wonders. Especially useful in longer games, so I don't think we'll actually want that this time. God of War, bonus faith equal to 50% of the strength of each combat unit killed with made town for Holy Side District. Okay, that's useful. Strategic resources, providing production and faith could be useful. Or from fishing boats, because we are by coast and there will be a lot of fishing boats. Marsh, oasis and desert floodplains, that does not apply to where we are. Actually, this is marsh, so maybe it does apply. If you can settle, like, somewhere in this area. Central. Or we capture Wolin here, which wants a trade route from us. Let's take... yeah, let's go with that. That seems useful. Oh, someone already has a religion, that is insane. You know what? I should have enough units already to start waging war with Wolin here. Wood Age, Stone Age, Iron Age, Golden Age, Diamond Age, Netherite Age. Well, are you talking about Minecraft? There's no way. Minecraft has a perfect day-night cycle. Yeah, we'll declare war to this guy. He has barely an army worth mentioning, so once my units here are all patched up, we will declare war and just take the city. That's easy as it is. What do we have? We have Range, yes, okay. New city. Yeah, why not? Start with monument, and I don't really care about what you'll queue. The pyramids have already been built. See? Gotta be careful with this sort of thing. Ah, you can be upgraded. Let's do that first. Okay, let's declare war. No grievances. I like that. Grievances make the AI want to do damage to the English and football hooligans. There might be a mod for that. That would be so funny if there is. And we'll be sending this archer from down below. But they literally would not be able to get me. Except there is this encampment here, so that might prove a bit troublesome. Perhaps I can... Yes, I have put him under siege now, which means the city won't be able to recover damage taken. And that means it will be a lot easier to just take it. Welcome home. For some reason, my mouth is not moving. That's very weird. It's very, very strange. I don't know why it's like that. But for some reason I decided to play Civilization 6 on stream, which is a very long
I don't
game.
believe in astrology.
So I'm not entirely certain if this was the right choice, but so far it's fun. And, well, I do like a difficult game. And Civilization can be challenging if you want it to be. What do I do now? Defend against ranged attacks, I suppose? I don't know.
Every
Oh, was it?
nation lives by exchanging.
Yeah? It was busy. I suppose Christmas is coming up. People who want to exercise, yeah. It's very predictable stuff. Sure, I found a Pantheon. Wait, I need this one first because that gives me more options. And I can build a banana.
Again, your
Oh,
eyes are the same boy.
Yeah, it was nice. Having a regular. So it's pretty nice. It's fun because this one also talks a lot. I used to have another regular, Katumi. Would say hi and wouldn't say much else. But Starlight tends to talk a lot more, which is actually very nice for a stream especially.
Feels so slow. There's two people in himself.
I'm always just rambling anyway. I can take the city. Yeah, you are Mrs. Scraps. We'll keep the city. Enjoy hanging out with Scraps. Oh, it's appreciated. Where do I put this holy site? I suppose here, and I'll get an extra bonus. I don't know. Let's put a trader first and get some trade going. We do need to make sure not to take all of the city states, because if we do that, we will be a bit in trouble, I'm afraid. Oh, look at that. This marsh here is already producing extra. That's awesome. Queue things up, have the city not focus on food. You can see here how the distribution of the citizens is. New Jerusalem next to London. Yeah, it's a lot, all right. We have London here, which has a lot of housing available, and we have Sheffield here, which does not have a lot of housing, but that's okay. I'm going to need to research irrigation before this guy can do anything. Now, we're already out of time for this episode. I'll proceed 10 minutes more, honestly. Oh, I didn't make it into the Golden Age, that's a shame. What do I want? If I get more Eurekas, I can get the era score, so that helps. And then, do I want to wage war with Scythia? I lost so much time to tech issues. Yeah. It is unfortunate how that sometimes just kind of happens. But that's it's honestly not too much of a problem. We are fine. Oh, you are trying to settle here. I don't like that. You're going to declare a surprise war. Or do I have a Casus Belli? No. Surprise war it is. I don't really care about those grievances. Time to just injure them as much as possible. With these units down, you are best off not settling here, because that would block off the entire coastline. I think you are best off settling where you are in right now, actually. Right, and what do you need? A monument, and we'll figure out what to put after that. I wouldn't think lullabies could be made to sound so brutal. The Norse have such great music tracks. I don't know, honestly, about the music in this game. Yeah, this will be fine. Probably. Wait, I kinda need you to go back and repair that thing that I took down. Oh, my archer is not fine. That's surprising.
All you have.
Yeah, let's take care of the slinger first. You will need to heal up, so keep that. Send a trade route to Preslav. Get another thing completed. You are building the holy site. We will need pottery. Why not? Oh yeah, you are going to need to retreat, I think. Actually, promotion sounds useful. Okay. Yeah, see, this is why I want to take this this town here, because it is taking down my city's loyalty. The way loyalty works is you have pressure coming in from every town available, and unfortunately for me, this town and this town are providing way more loyalty pressure to Roland than Bristol and Sheffield, because Bristol and Sheffield are further away. Maybe I should have raised the city and put a new one down here instead. I don't know, I don't think it would have mattered, to be honest, and maybe this is a better place. It's not next to a river though, which is unfortunate. This city is next to a river, as you can see. So I think I'll keep it when I when I manage to occupy it. I have a lot of gold. I should invest it. Oh yeah, sure. Give me your money. That's absolutely fine. I don't mind that. Yeah, so we are going to get a new archer. Yeah, Roland is just full. That's all. We are going to have to send some units out this way to protect the archer here. He won't be able to attack the archer immediately, so that's fortunate. But we will need to take action.
No man ever wetted.
Okay, swap this around and shoot again. You should not be able to attack the archer this way. And the benefit of the heavy chariot is finally here, in that they are great at taking care of melee units. Now we have killed a couple of barbarians, so we are actually going to be able to get bronze working a little faster. That's what. That's all. I don't know. This game is fun, I think. It's challenging. It's difficult, but it's at the same time got a lot going for it. And if I move this unit there, the archers here, and let you heal up first, then we should be able to eventually take the city before Wallen here decides to mess me up. And we have unlocked the class
Divide and rule, a sound.
Okay, so what do we want? We want production towards wonders through the autocracy, which gives me +1 to all units for each government plaza building, diplomatic quarter building, and palace in the city. That is very useful. Hello. We are now in autocracy. And I will focus mostly on economy. We currently only have one trade route, so I don't know if that is worth getting. Maybe I want to speed up the acquiescence of envoys for the time being. Which archer am I looking at? This one, okay. What happens if you attack the city? That is absolutely fine. Civic, early empire. Finally we'll get to close our borders. Yeah, I kind of figured you would attack my archer. That's not a problem at
I'm
all.
also interested in...
And you can actually fire that. Okay, it is time to actually aggressively attack the city before it gets its walls up. Because walls are very difficult to overcome if you don't have any equipment for that. Iron. Ah, we have a great source of iron right here. Let's send our builder that way. I kind of send it up here to Bristol to kind of see what would be needed. Doesn't look like anything is needed, so sure. I kind of want my warrior here to get the XP for taking the city. Well, 10 XP, that's insane. You will need extra damage against land, and these guys will just heal up. I said I wanted to keep the city, right? It is next to a river, so I think that's good. Is there out of one amenities? Okay. Yeah, no, that checks out because I currently don't have any amenities. Improve luxury resources to acquire amenities. Yes, that would be the most optimal choice. Okay, so you are exactly as far away from Rolling as possible. I think I won't be able to raise Pokrovka once I capture that. Assuming I would capture it this wall. I don't think I have the units to be able to take down these walls just yet. So, I think I'll raise it. Get the sit. No, I'll keep it. Keeping it should be fine. And then I will need a governor, which is unlocked right then, in a couple turns. So that's exactly what we need. It really is not possible to get this, to keep the city, I think, so whatever I put here doesn't actually matter. Temple of Artemis has been built, Stonehenge has been built, okay, that is fine. State workforce has been boosted, which is built any specialty district, okay. Gotcha. I want to build a Padana here, so we'll work on that. And I would like you to focus on production, which speeds things up a couple turns, right? Fine. I don't think I'll be able to keep the city. I really don't think so. But it will be a great source of experience for my units, and so I will actually keep them nearby. The benefit of doing this is that when the city becomes a free city, there will suddenly be a few units I can find. Harald Sigurdsson, the Varangians, or the Vikings. Nice. Sample our nearby city, please. I have no idea where you approached from, so we'll have to see. You have inflicted grievances, so Ambiorix has denounced us, which is absolutely fair. Well, what's next? I don't have a stone source anywhere. So can't build a quarry. Gypsum here. Would be nice to get that. Build additional specialty districts would be nice, but I can get some additional resources for consulate. Or I get the wheel, because mining a resource will happen like 2 turns from now. Basically. Oh, here you are, Norway. Comes from the west. Yeah, sure. Why not? Move this guy into a safer position, move you to safety. This city will turn in two turns, basically. Nothing I can do about it, I'm afraid. This is the challenge of the game. Oh, they weren't able yet to fully recover. This is a shame. And I will just move this archer into Warren, because that seems to be the most reasonable thing to do. Build any specialties district, get another governor title, that would be great. And we'll have our governor in Gala or Reina, or perhaps this one. No, we want faith, right? So we'll focus on that. And this should boost another thing. Yeah. As expected. This will be sufficient for now, I think. How do you already have 7 envoys? Oh, because you count for 2, right? Okay, that is fair, but still, how do you already have 5 envoys? Yeah, that seems like a decent deal. And I'll take my cop once more, probably. We'll see. See, that's what I mean. Like, great ways of earning additional XP. And that'll be fine. Could I... Galley going for points. You do also need a granary for the housing, or at the Menanke. For all floodplains up for this city. Okay, at the Menanke is not a good choice here. Okay, cool. Let's call it a day. Call it an episode. This is exciting stuff. Oh, you are coming in for this city, alright. Oh, damn. I sure hope you aren't actually going to capture that. I have no control over it. Anyway, my apologies for my voice not moving. My voice, my mouth, not my voice. Exciting episode. Civilization 6. Crazy. I'm going to try and see if I can fix my mouth in a mandatory break. I will be back soon enough. For the people watching this on YouTube, this was part of a live stream every Tuesday 6 PM London time at twitch.tv/crapstreams. Might move to YouTube in the near future. I have not fully settled on that yet, but it is increasingly attractive. Excited for the Xenomorphs to show up. That would be something, wouldn't it? Maybe the zombie mode is the closest thing to that. We'll play that eventually. Maybe. No promises. This might even be just a one-off episode for all I know. It's part of a bit of a more relaxing stream. Not much is happening in the game. It's very peaceful and, you know, it's a city manager. Or what, how hard could that be? Not that challenging, I'd say. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe and hit the notification bell in order to be notified whenever any video comes out. Leave comments below, share your thoughts and feelings. Let me know what you think about the game, the video, the gameplay, the commentary, I don't know. Usually I find something witty, but absolutely nothing has happened in this game. I took a city-state, I took another city from another player, and that city is already turning again into being one of that players. Maybe I need to settle something a little bit up north. Trying to get the balance of loyalty shifted. I don't know. We'll have to see. That being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye!